So this is part 2 of how to make a movie. Here's the thing. In today's day and age, it's kind of like the Wild Wild West. If you're waiting to be discovered, you're in the wrong game. I think a lot of people think, they'll be at the soda shop counter and they'll be discovered and they don't know how they're going to get the money. And sometimes you just have to make the movie without any money. My credentials speak for themselves. I've made 40 films. They include documentaries, short films, proof of concepts, trailers, and actually feature films that have gotten distribution. But I will be honest, about half those films really suck. I didn't have the money to go to film school. Some people say, well, I don't have no money, I can't go to film school. Well, if you've got a phone and you have a script, you can get vlog lights, tripods, phone tripods. You can do a very low budget movie and make it still look good. I haven't learned how to use lenses on my phone yet, but I've also done a movie where you have all the proper equipment, and even when you do, that doesn't always work out perfectly. But if you have a solid, really good script, I would say do a character drama for your first, because honestly, they're the cheapest. And drama can be anything. You can do horror, you can do action, you can do any of that stuff. You just have to keep the costs down, keep production costs down. You just have to prepare and be very diligent about it and be super, super organized. And what I did was I started off by making documentaries that were basically slideshows and phone interviews that I did all by myself. I would reach out to friends in the industry who had songs that they wouldn't mind me using in my film. My first film that was edited completely was Going Under, and the cast was Paul Reynolds, Donovan Shane, and Melissa Goodman, and they all did fantastic. Unfortunately, Donovan is no longer with us. Unfortunately, if I say unfortunately, I'm sorry. He was very charismatic and had a lot of raw talent. He was also very troubled. You'll find that with people sometimes who are creative, myself included. I have bipolar disorder, so I have to work around that. I have to have a support system in place. Is it easy? Well, no. If I told you it was easy, I'd be a big fat liar. But I also will tell you, if you want to make a movie bad enough, you can. And you can do it for under $100 with the right equipment and the right people around you. Do you want to always stay there? Well, that depends. Are you looking at to make this a career? What kind of career? I've been influenced by everyone from Quentin Tarantino to Kevin Smith to Greta Gerwig, and just some of my favorite actors, if you've read my work, is Daniel Craig, George Clooney, just Matthew Good, just tremendously. And if you want to make a movie, how do you get the money to do it? Well, the first time out, it's going to come out of your pocket in part, and you can crowdfund. And as you learn this, you should probably have 1 to 4 people working on your crowdfunding team, because the one crowdfunding thing that me and Missy did was for Letters to Daniel. that did anything, and we had 3 people working on it, and we raised 2,000 on the GoFundMe campaign, and me and Missy took $2,000 a piece out of our own pocket through the very kind and generous Aaron Allen. He was able to connect us to $1,000 worth of that. The different people that gave, he was able to connect us to about $1,000 of that $2,000. He's a really nice guy, and he's really trying to get out there, and he's living proof. I'm living proof. I'm on disability, and I've accomplished a lot. I could sit here and go on and on and on, and I won't. At some point, I will. But the first thing you do, get yourself a phone, get yourself an iPhone tripod, get yourself an iPhone light, and make as many of the scenes indoors as possible. Outside is hard. You can get, and one of the things you will want to have, though, is a shotgun mic at least, and an H4 in Zoom Pro, and a set of headset to do the sound, and eventually, part of that team you want to build is an editor and a composer. Now, you can use royalty-free music, license-free music. So when you're first starting out, that's a good way to go too. So that's all for today. I just want to do it in small chunks, but it is hard. It is, you got to grind, it's your nose to the grindstone. You got to fall in love with the process. Is it polished? Is it perfect? Well, each project is a little different. You learn a little bit more on each project. And until next time.